What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex. I'm back with another RWBY Volume 6 review video here. This is my review of Chapter 4 that came out today. This review is up an hour after the Chapter 4 has been pushed out, and all reviews will be uploaded to my channel an hour after each of the newest and latest episodes of Volume 6 comes out. But yeah, guys, jumping right into it. This episode was another short one. It was roughly maybe 11 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes long, maybe between 10 and 12 minutes long. But something crucial happened in the beginning of the episode. And then, we have, the crew here finally finding a place of rest. But, some things occurred even here that need to be talked about. First off, guys, Neo is back. For those of you who didn't know, for those of you who probably more than likely most of us found out this information, even during the intro trailer of Volume 6. If you really paid close attention, when the hooded figure, who people were thinking that the hooded figure was Neo, when Torchwick's hat blew by Cinder in the intro, when we finally find out that Cinder was the hooded figure. But if you really pay attention to the intro, you really broke it down in that fight scene. Specifically, in the intro, you would see Neo's umbrella pretty much parrying one of Cinder's attacks. But Neo is back, guys, and pretty much they have a fight scene. They get it on. They battle. They throw the hands. It was a really good. It was a really good, really great fight scene. I even mentioned it in my reaction of the episode that as always, Neo's defense, as for the Neo's defense along with her offense is just like it's beautiful. Like, Neo's fighting style is just beautiful to me. I really love it. I mean, I love Cinder's fighting style too, but Neo, just it's like it's almost like she's almost untouchable, but per her semblance, but and just her fighting style. But she put up a great fight in when facing off against Cinder. I mean, technically both of them did. They did a really good job in this fight scene. Thank you to the crew of Rooster Teeth for putting together this scene here. It was just really dope. I really loved it. But of course, in the episode, they end up coming to an agreement that they're not each other's enemy. They're basically their main enemy. The main person that they're really after is RWBY. But it basically takes Cinder to show off her maiden powers to be able to really shut Cinder down as far as it continues attacking her. But like I said, guys, very great, very beautiful fight here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with Neo moving forward with the episodes to come. Hopefully, they keep her on for the rest of this volume and moving forward. But we'll see what happens. Moving forward, we'll see. I do like the fact that when they go into one of the homes, and basically this is the home that they decide to from the intro of my review video here, that they go inside this home specifically, and you see the Brunswick Farms sign there with with this village of basically like a family, or more I more so want to say just of the village itself. We really don't know. This could be an entire family in this picture here, but it just seems like it's just the village themselves just coming together to take a beautiful photo here. And you just get to see what the town looked like before the storm, before the snowstorm hit, and all of that. But I really like this picture because RWBY and Blake are the ones looking at this photo here and just just kind of just taking it in, before we find out about what happens next, which was the sound of Weiss screaming her head off in shock and fear, which they pretty much come to one of the rooms upstairs and find one of the families, the husband and wife, laying in bed dead from probably the cold. They're gone. But it shocked Weiss, uh, and as you can see, Blake. I mean, I'm sorry, Yang, but more so Weiss. Shocked Weiss the most, because I'm guessing this might be Weiss's first time actually seeing dead people, like people, people have passed. But it it just stands out that Weiss specifically is the most affected here. And we find out from Crow that all the other homes with other families, they're all the same. They're all in their beds, and they all passed away from, again, like I said, probably from the cold or from something specific. We really don't know. We really don't know. But real quick, guys, I do want to say real quick that Weiss looks very beautiful here. She kind of reminds me of like a Jedi Master in one of their hooded cloaks, from the Star Wars universe. But I just love this spot right here. She looks really, really beautiful standing there with that, with this what's probably like a not like a robe, but it's like a blanket, looks like, but it's covering her just to keep her warm. Um, because again, it is cold and it's snowing and stuff. But like I said, guys, she just looks really, really beautiful standing right here. Literally, very, very beautiful to me. Yang and Blake being together is great. I know I've been mentioning this throughout my reviews, throughout my discussions, that I just felt like, I know specifically that I did a discussion video about um, Yang and Blake needing to have a heart to heart. If you haven't checked that video out, you can do that here on my channel. But I like the fact that they went together. I mean, technically, Crow was the one that made them go together, and they decided to come to this one of the barns here where there's storage of, I guess, like food and stuff that they're trying to, basically the girls trying to find something for the group to have. But in this specific scene, you see Yang holding her head. She doesn't know why she feels the way she feels at this moment in time. She's saying like she's, because Blake asked her, is she okay? But Yang's like, I'm okay, but then again, I don't know. Then she mentions that she's tired, and more so, I believe everybody is, but specifically Yang says, I'm just tired, and I'm just trying to figure things out. But specifically, this happens. Yang ends up walking further into the room. She goes to a window. She says she found something towards this window, but it was more so um, something inside the room. But when she kind of glances out the window, she gets a flash of Adam, which kind of throws her off. Um, you know, and we remember, guys, Yang hasn't had one of these episodes where she had this random specific thing of Adam popping up out of the blue, but it wasn't really him. It was just a flash of him. We know that Blake is still kind of going through that, even in episode one, I believe, of volume 6. But Yang hasn't had these flashes since roughly a couple of volumes past. And seemingly in this scene where they are having a heart to heart about the situation between them and Adam, and just talking about it, and Yang mentioning that she still has flashes of when basically when Adam took her right arm, that they had that moment where they were actually talking about it. And that's all I wanted them to do, was just talk about it, just to let their feelings out, let each other know how they truly feel about everything that has occurred between them two and Adam, how they really feel. And you know Blake mentions that she's by Yang's side, she has her back. She mentions that she'll do her best to protect Yang. Yang goes back on the defense, gets upset, and pretty much leaves the room. And I'm just like sitting back like, dag, like we really had that moment, guys, where they really could have talked and really got, things off their chest so that they can kind of, move forward and try to, bring back the peace and the joy that they had when they were together as a group, as the full RWBY group. But it's we understand, guys, that in real life you have these um, very bad, just things that have occurred between you and a family member, or a very close friend, and something happens that kind of pushes you both away. And whenever you do come back together, you have your moments where you're gonna it seems like everything is sort of coming back to normal, but then one of you says something that kind of creates the distance again. And like I said, guys, this happens here in this scene. It just sucks that I was really just like glad that they're finally talking, and it seemed like they were going on the right track. But then Blake says what she says, and Yang gets back on the defense. It just sucks. I just really want them to become friends again. Just be besties again. Just make it happen, ladies. Just do it. Do it for us. Do it for you. And real quick, guys, Ruby and Weiss get together. They decide to, go. I believe it's more so downstairs, either downstairs or upstairs. I believe it's downstairs though. Wine cellar. This room here, and Ruby gets so overjoyed. She has another one of the moments that she had um, at the in from chapter one, if you remember, with her holding the bag and talking to Yang about what she got her as a present. But we just had another one of these sparkly moments of Ruby just being who she is and just excited about food. And food is a very crucial thing in everybody's lives. And Weiss doesn't like the fact that it's canned food, but yeah, food is food in my opinion, as long as they're able to get something, and hopefully that they don't get sick from it. But again, guys, I just love this spot here where they give Ruby another joyous moment. It was just very hilarious to me. I just love that fact. And specifically in this room, there's this cellar thing, this door that it's locked, but as you can see, the door has been lifted a bit. It seems like somebody's down there. We just don't know who's down. We just don't, there's a reason why that door is locked, you know, but, you know, it just is definitely weird that the door decided to move, because this is basically the end of the chapter. But I just want to, I want to say, guys, that there might be a reason why everybody in this village, everybody has passed away in their beds. And I believe, I'm thinking that there's a reason why, you know, somebody's down here in this room that's locked, that's pretty much locked in this room, that can't get out. There's a reason for that. We're gonna have to find out what that is next weekend in chapter 5. But I'm just very, very curious, guys, and wondering again, who is locked away down here and why. Very, very curious. But all in all, the episode was great, guys. I'm just, really curious as to know what's going on in this village and why the way it is. Why everybody's dead in their beds, specifically in their beds. Because usually when people pass away, could be passed away anywhere in their, in the village. Specifically outside, you know, in a bathroom, in in another room besides the room. But everybody's passed away in their beds, and I'm very curious as to why that is. And I believe all of you all are very curious about that. And again, why, wondering who or what might be in this basement locked away that tried to still try to push themselves out of it. I don't know, who knows. But anyway, that's my review, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you all think of chapter 4? Let's have a chat. I'm loving the volume 6. The big one, of course, for this chapter was Neo coming back and having her fight with Cinder, specifically from the intro, which we got all the answers moving forward from chapter 1, moving all the way up to chapter 4 here. But with that, guys, let's get ready and prepared for chapter 5. Let's see what happens next weekend. But let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. I'll chat with you all next time. Peace.